And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. For those who don't know me, I'm Julian, your host, and on ETH Blocks, I teach blockchain development. Hi everybody in the chats. We have THX, Dixon, CLP, Isabella, Jake Breeding. Hi everybody. So, quick announcement: if you are new here and you want to get started and become a professional blockchain developer, follow this free training. And second, last week we started the second hackathon of ETH Block. So for this hackathon, we built project based on the ETB token. That's the token of ETH Blocks. And this time we are adding staking to our token. Everybody can participate. If you're interested, you can check out the README, and there is a reward for the winner of the. At the end of this hackathon, we will vote on the best project, and the winner will win $500 plus 500 ETB token. Next, we are going to start with Ether, and this is another great week for Ether. So we are we reach more than 3,300. It seems like there is a resistance there, but we are still going up. So the volume is down compared to the beginning of the week, but we're still going up, and maybe we'll be back at the level that we had a couple of months ago. So the highest was 4,400 something. So it's really nice to see the bull market that continues. And very interesting stat here. So Ethereum flipped Bitcoin for the trading volume on Coinbase for Q2, and that's very remarkable because on Coinbase the UI really directs you to trade Bitcoin, but no, people are trading more Ether. So it's not the first flippening. Like we've been talking of the flippening for years. We already had a couple of flippening according to different metrics. So now we have this flippening about trading volume, but we already had a very important flippening that was the trading fees of Ethereum were above Bitcoin. So it seems like slowly but surely Ethereum is flipping Bitcoin, and of course the ultimate flipping will be when the market cap of Ethereum will be above Bitcoin. But this might happen sooner than what people think, and that's even without the support of the media. The media, they are like only talking about Bitcoin, so that's really, really remarkable. Then another very supportive article for Ethereum. So there was a study that figured out that Singaporeans were much more likely to hold Ether than Bitcoin. And so it's about almost 4/5 of crypto investors. So 80% hold Ether and 69% own Bitcoin. And that's very important because Singapore is really the central hub for blockchain in Asia. Then let's check out the situation for the fees on Ethereum. So the gas fees are still going up, even though EIP 1559 was rolled out. But a lot of people got confused with EIP 1559. It was an improvement for the UI UX for users. It's easier for users to determine what is the correct fee. But EIP 1559 did not intend to reduce the gas fee. And these gas fees are very correlated with the price of Ethereum. And talking of EIP 1559, so there is this article here that reported that the Ethereum network burned more than $100 million of Ether for the first week after the London upgrade. So if you haven't followed, there was an upgrade of Ethereum about 1 week ago, and after this upgrade, Ethereum became a deflationary asset. And so we are burning a lot of Ether every day, and of course when that reduces the supply, that's very supportive for the price of Ether. And here what's interesting on this graph of Etherscan is that you can see the evolution of the block gas limit. So that tells you the utilization of the Ethereum network. And so, you know, like for each block on Ethereum, you can only have a maximum number of transactions, and that's measured with the cumulative gas consumption. And so the block gas limit was consistently increased by different votes of the Ethereum community. And since the London upgrade, it was increased to 30 million. So the network is trying to keep half of the block capacity empty. So the target is to have the block half full, but it's been fully utilized since the upgrade. So that really tells you that there is a very, very strong demand for Ethereum computation. Okay, so next I wanted to show you this website, very interesting. Watch the burn. So that tells you how much Ethereum is burned after EIP 1559. So here on this chart you can see the number of Ether that is burned, and sometimes some Ether is created because with EIP 1559, in some cases it actually become inflationary, not deflationary, but in most cases we do burn some Ether. Okay, so then we're going to continue with this study of block native, and so basically they show you what is the progression of the new type of transaction with EIP 1559, because currently on the Ethereum network there are two types of transaction: the transaction with the old gas system and the transaction with the new gas system. And so here we can see that the new type of transactions are progressively becoming more and more important, and this basically depends on your wallet. So some wallets haven't adapted yet, but if possible you should use the new type of transaction because you're going to save on gas fees. Next we have some update of Metamask. So Metamask now has updated for EIP 1559. So it's really well done, because if the dApp that you're using hasn't updated to the new gas system, Metamask is going to show you the old UI for the old type of transaction, and otherwise it's going to show you the new UI. Next, another wallet that has updated to EIP 1559 is Grid Plus Lattice 1. Grid Plus Lattice 1, actually I did a video about them. So that's one of the most advanced wallet for crypto. That's basically, it looks like a terminal. You can save your private key on a card, and the main feature of Lattice 1 is that you have this huge screen, so it looks like a tablet, and it's much easier when you use it instead of the tiny screen of Ledger. It's also much easier when you want to confirm transaction, and so now they are compatible with EIP 1559. Next, I find this article that sums up what happened on the Ethereum Foundation for Q2. So the Ethereum Foundation does many different things. There are many different areas of Ethereum that they sponsors with different grants. They do, of course, ETH2 research. They are working also on Ethereum 1. They're still doing some improvement. They're working on Remix, on Solidity, etc. So if you want more details on what they have been up to, then you can check out this report. Next, a news from Polygon. So Polygon, which is the top layer 2 scaling solution on Ethereum, and they are merging with the Hermes Network. So most likely they are absorbing Hermes Network. Hermes Network, this is a project that is doing zero knowledge rollups. And so Polygon, they started the layer 2 solution as a mix of a sidechain and a plasma. Actually did a video about layer 2 solution a couple of days ago, and Polygon saw that the community was going in the direction of rollups. So they are also working on their own rollup implementation, and to speed up their progress, they've done this acquisition. Okay, so next, if you're wondering what is the Hermes Network, you can check out this article on their blog. So there aren't that many projects that are doing zero knowledge rollups. So there are them, there are ZK Sync, and I think that's pretty much it. But zero knowledge rollup, this is really the most promising type of layer 2 scaling solution. So it's extremely important to understand how it works. And this is probably the future of Polygon. Okay, so next we have this new website of Abbitrom. So that's another layer 2 scaling solution. I also talked about it in a previous video on my channel. And they are doing rollups on Ethereum, and so they are doing a sort of a permission launch where you have to register your project before they allow you on their network. And so if you're wondering which project I've deployed on Abbitrom, you can check out this website. They already have hundreds. Next, a new proposal to do a trustless sidechain to sidechain bridge. So currently we do have a lot of bridges between Ethereum L1 and Ethereum L2. But if you want to go from an L2 to another L2, for example, from Polygon to Optimism, you have to first withdraw to L1 and then go again from L1 to the other L2. And of course, that's extremely costly in terms of gas. So the best solution for user will be directly to go from L2 to L2. And so here we start to have some proposal to build such a bridge. So it's good to see the UI UX really improving for layer 2. This is very important for adoption. And so this proposal was done by StarkX, which is building a zero knowledge rollup. Okay, so next we're going to continue with the market cap of DeFi. So it's going up very, very strongly. Now we are almost at $85 billion. So we haven't caught up yet with the peak of May, but we are not very far. So maybe this time we'll go above 100 billion. And in terms of the number of Ether locked in DeFi, so we are going up. And here in the ranking, so who is first? Let's see. So Aave still number one. Now we do have 4 protocol above $10 billion. Curve Finance, wow, like Curve Finance was way down, and so Curve Finance did a huge comeback. And here, interesting to see Uniswap, which is below Curve Finance, InstaDapp, which is still doing awesome, Compound doing awesome also, and SushiSwap, yeah, so still behind Uniswap here. Okay, oh yeah, and also Balancer that did an update recently, and so they are going up in the chart. Okay, so next we can see the DeFi market cap for Binance Smart Chain on a DeFi station. So this is basically DeFi Pulse, but for a Binance Smart Chain. And here we can see the total value locked. So this is the yellow line, and we are at 26 billion. So to be compared with 85 billion on Ethereum. Yeah, so you can see that Ethereum is way bigger for DeFi compared to Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so next we are going to continue with the top and worst token for DeFi. So first we have the token of Equivalent plus 114% after the listing on crypto.com. Then we have Radium plus 75% almost. So this is the first Solana based token, and it was listed first Solana based token that is listed on Binance. So of course that was a huge boost. Then we have the token of QuickSwap. So QuickSwap is the first decentralized exchange on Polygon, plus 70%. And that's because they were listed on crypto.com and also on Who Exchange, and also a new pair that was open on Binance. So that's the pair with USDT. So that was a big boost for their token. Then Unfederal Reserve plus 70%, and then the token of Serum, so plus 60% almost. So this is a full metaverse game that is supported by Solana and FTX, and there was an important supply that was burned. Okay, and in terms of the worst performer this week, so we had Olympus minus 40%, Alchemix minus 15%, but the token of Instadap, but overall not many losers this week. Still another great week for the DeFi token. Okay, so next we're going to continue with specific news for DeFi project, and first we have news from Curve Finance. So Curve Finance, which is now the top DEX on Ethereum, and so André Kronre, so who is the founder of Yearn Finance, which is one of the top DeFi yield optimizer. So he released a project where basically, if you are a holder of the governance token of Curve Finance, there is an app where you can basically bribe people who have governance token if you want to vote a certain proposal. So I can see this becoming really popular for any kind of project. If you have a huge stake in a protocol and you absolutely want a proposal to pass, then yeah, it makes sense to use this. Okay, then some news from SushiSwap. So this is an analysis that shows why SushiSwap is one of the most powerful DEX on Ethereum. So SushiSwap recently, they've been doing a lot of different things. I found them a little bit scattered, because really they are building a launchpad, they are building I don't know how many different projects, and we haven't seen any big traction on any of them. So personally, I found them quite scattered. And if you see the DeFi market, their market cap, they're actually still below Uniswap. And to me, they haven't really caught up with the innovation of Uniswap v3. Like Uniswap v3 released this huge innovation that makes it a way more capital efficient DEX. And SushiSwap, I think they should focus to basically do their next upgrade on the core protocol and stop doing like too many different things. But the guy who wrote this article has a different opinion. So, and since SushiSwap is such an important DEX, it's interesting to read this. Other news about SushiSwap. So SushiSwap declared that they are not going to launch on Optimism now. Optimism, this is one of the top layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, and so they basically complained that they didn't have a preferential treatment contrary to Uniswap. Uniswap as being one of the first projects onboarded on Optimism, because currently they are doing this permission launch, so you need to be whitelisted to be on Optimism. And yeah, so Sushi, they were upset that they weren't picked. So yeah, they say they are going to Abbitrom instead. Yeah, I found this reaction a little bit childish, really. Okay, so next, we're gonna talk of money raised. So there is this project on Solana, a Mongo market. So this is a DEX that raised 70 million in a token sale. This is quite rare this day to hear about token sale. Anyway, they raise a lot of money, and yeah, so we see a lot of traction on Solana at the moment. A lot of new projects that are going there. Okay, so next, money raised from DUNE that raised $8 million. So DUNE is an analytics tool that will allow you to get data from DeFi, and especially on Ethereum. So they have an interface that you can use to visually create some queries. And this is very interesting if you are an analyst for DeFi, or if you're an entrepreneur and you are wondering what kind of product you want to build. So with their tool, you can figure out the usage trend on DeFi. And actually, I have a video on how to use DUNE Analytics. This is one of the best tools for DeFi analytics. Then news from a crypto company called Taxbit that just raised $130 million, and they're now valued $33 billion. And so this is a software for accounting, crypto accounting, and they have integration with many exchanges. And so this area of crypto, everything that has to do with regulation, this is very boring, but is also very promising, because for investors, this kind of project is going to do really well, because now we can see that regulation is coming down hard on crypto. And so a lot of crypto projects will have no choice but to use project like this. So boring, but there is a lot of money to do there. Then we're going to talk hack in DeFi. And so, of course, the big news for this week was the hack of Polygon Network that was hacked for $600 million. That's the biggest hack that we ever saw in crypto. And yeah, I mean, $600 million, like now we are approaching $1 billion. And after this hack, so the owner of Polygon Network issued a communication to the hackers where basically they were quite threatening in their tone, and they were telling the hackers that they're gonna have a ton of problems for the rest of their life. But that's true, you know, because I mean, $600 million, that's almost like an act of war. So at this stage, you can be sure that regulators and different governments, they're gonna put people on the case. And for the hackers that stole so much money, like how on earth they would have been able to use this money? Like there would have been so much question, like at the very second when they changed their crypto for fiat, like it's done. So in the end, the money was returned to Polygon Network, almost all of it. And the hackers said that it was the plan from the very beginning, but who knows? It's possible that they got scared and that they understood the consequences of their action. Anyway, it's good. It's good for Polygon Network, but yeah, these hacks are getting really scary. Like 600 millions. Like I wonder when we're gonna have a hack of 1 billion. That's getting insane. Okay, so next, another hack. So that's the Punk protocol that was hacked for about $9 million. Then last hack of the week is from DAO Maker. They were hacked for $7 million. And it was a weird hack because to do this, they had to use the a wallet with admin privileges. So, of course, every time something like this happens, of course, the team of the project is suspected. Did they hack themselves? I don't know this project, but I hope that they're gonna get the money back. Okay, so next we're gonna talk of NFTs, and the NFT market is still going very strong. So for secondary pricing, we are still going to the moon. A lot of collection are doing very, very well. And next, there is this new project called NFT Lottery. So it allows you to sell NFT, but in a lottery way, in a lottery fashion, where people buy tickets and they can win some NFT. So it's a fun way to distribute your NFT without going to a NFT marketplace. Basically, this is you don't need to be a programmer. You can use their interface to use it. So it's quite interesting. Next, the new big NFT collection. So this is called Mallows. This is a generative kind of NFT where you have algorithm that generate something visual. And what's really unique about them is that their algorithm can generate some stuff that are extremely different. And they have like 6 million different outcome. So that means like, yeah, they're gonna be like a huge diversity. So it's quite interesting. Okay, so next, there is this new app on iOS, NFT Widget, that will allow you to display your NFT in your home screen. Very interesting. You see like some people, they have some very simple ideas like this, but right away it's going to be super popular. You see like $1, so it's cheap, so probably a lot of people are going to buy that. I love that kind of ideas, like very simple but very powerful. And even though maybe, you know, you didn't necessarily need like a tons of coding skill to do this, but you just need to have the right idea. You release it, you get some traction, and yeah, and then you get started like this. So very good idea. Okay, so next, there was a hack of NFT where token thieves were able to mint a lot of NFT of a collection, and so of course it reduces a lot of the value for the other NFT that were already minted. This is a special kind of hack that only exists for NFT. Then we have some news from Axi Infinity, which is the most popular blockchain game at the moment. And in terms of the fees that of the revenue they collected, they earned more than 300 million over the last 30 days, compared to 91 million for the Ethereum network. So they even beat Ethereum. This is absolutely insane. Then some news from a new NFT marketplace, and from DraftKings, and this is going to feature Tom Brady, so who is one of the top football player in the US. Then there will be a conference for NFT from a CoinGecko, NFT Gone Wild. This is going to be in 3 months. So this is the first time I hear about NFT conference. Very interesting. Okay, so next we're going to continue with enterprise and regulation news. So first, there is this article on Crunchbase, where basically some VC try to analyze the consequence of the infrastructure on investment in crypto. So as you're probably aware, there was this bill that was passed in the US, which is mostly about infrastructure. So that's one of the plans of Joe Biden to boost the US economy. But very weirdly, there is a part of this bill that is for crypto. And so what is really annoying about this is that they're going to force a lot of actors in crypto to be regulated as brokers, even developers, even miners, and that's just impossible for all of these actors to comply with this new law. So the bill was passed, but apparently there is still a lot of time to discuss it. So now it can be challenged in the House. It was passed at the Senate, but now it's going to the House. So it's not over yet, but yeah, the crypto industry is really not happy about this. So in this article, they show what kind of damage it could do to the economies of the US, and we have some interesting figure here. The total amount of money, venture capital, that was sent to crypto in the US, and we can see that 2021, so we have less deals, but they are getting bigger, $6.5 billion. And so if this new bill passed, then all of this investment are going to stop. So it's really not clear that the US is going to win out in the end. Next, have some news from Circle, which announced that they want to operate as a crypto bank. So Circle is the company that has created the USDC stablecoin, and they are making a lot of progress. They raised a lot of money a couple of months ago. They raised, I think, $300 million. That was the second biggest money raised in crypto. So they're making big progress. Next, some news from Poloniex. So Poloniex is being charged by the SEC for operating an unregistered digital asset exchange, and so they agreed to pay $10 million to the SEC, but actually it's really nothing for them. Like $10 million compared to the money that they're making is a pretty good deal for Poloniex. Next, we have some news from Bitmex. So Bitmex, which is this derivative crypto exchange incorporated in Hong Kong. Their CEO, Arthur Hayes, is wanted by the US government. And so there's a federal court in the US that ordered Bitmex to pay $100 million in fine for illegally operating a crypto trading platform and also doing and also for money laundering. So we can see currently the US authorities that are going hard after a lot of centralized exchanges that are not incorporated in the US. So Bitmex, before I just told you, Poloniex. There is Binance also, who is being pursued everywhere in the world. And of course, this year there was the IPO of Coinbase in the US. So to me, it really seems like US authorities want to make it clear that if there are centralized exchanges in the US, they in the future they have to be in the US. So yeah, it's been annoying to see this. Okay, so after we have some news from Venmo. Venmo, which is an app a financial app to easily manage your money. And so now you can buy crypto by using the Venmo credit card. So actually, most purchase of crypto, they are done with a credit card. And there are a lot of people on Venmo, so it's going to help to fuel liquidity in the system. Next, we... big news. So Lionel Messi is joining PSG. By the way, this is my team. Woohoo! And so finally, I hope we are going to win the Champions League. and why I'm talking about him is because part of his salary is going to be in crypto. So it's very, very interesting to see celebrities being open to this. Then. We have a report that explain that institutional clients, so basically a big investment fund, etc., they are pushing Wall Street to offer more and more services in Ether. There is a very strong demand from the institutional, and especially from the client of Fidelity. Then some news from Coinbase that I just reported a revenue of $2 billion for the second quarter of 2021. So as I reminded you, Coinbase just went public before this year, and so they have very strong revenue. And out of this 2 billion, there is 1.82 billion which is coming from retail and only 102 million from institutional. Actually, I'm quite surprised. I thought it was exactly the opposite. Then we have news from Walmart, which is seeking to hire some talent in the crypto sector, and so they want people who can provide leadership with way to identify technology and customer trends. So it seems to me that they don't know yet what they're doing, but basically they want people who can tell them, okay, well, what could we do? Is there anything smart to do with this new crypto thing? Then we're going to talk of all the blockchain and Cardano. So Cardano that has jumped past $2, a big increase for Cardano, and that's because the top developer announced a release date in September for the Alonso upgrade, and Alonso upgrade will be when they finally have a smart contract ability. So it's good for Cardano, but really it's coming very late. So I'm quite skeptical about Cardano. But anyway, we will see what will happen in September if we see a big rush to Cardano or not. So then news for developers. So we have a new version of Solidity, and the major part of this update is that now they provide a support for the London upgrade. Next, there is a new version of Brownie that was released, which is compatible with EIP 1559. So Brownie, this is the leading smart contract framework that uses Python. Next, we have a new standard for fungible tokens, so EIP 3712. And so from what I understand, this is basically basically a standard to create. It's a little bit like ERC 1155, but for ERC 20. So basically, with one smart contract, you can create several ERC 20 token. Okay, and okay, I think I missed something. Okay, so there was a last news that I wanted to show you. So okay, one second, guys. I just find it in my browser. One second, I copy this. Okay, so there is this new project, ERC20 Rewards, where basically this is a new way to do liquidity mining. So basically, if you create ERC20 token by using this contract, it's going to give some reward just for owning the token, but you don't need to stake your token anywhere. So new stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Q&A. As a reminder, if you are new here, check out this free training on how you can become a professional blockchain developer. Okay, so let me scroll up and see what do we have here. Newbie Crypty, what's up, guys? Alfredo, hi guys. Bosco, hello. Valer, hi. Bosco, hello from HK. I sent an email to you. Please reply to me. All right. Bosco, I got a lot of friend in SG. All right. Tunde Odugawa, hey Julian, thanks for this. Evgeny, I came late. What's happening, mate? Dixon, talk about TVK. What's that? I don't know this project. Okay, Jacodik, say ZK Swap. I guess you're talking of a zero knowledge roller project. I've heard of that one. Kimberly, hello from Miami. Did you hear that Walmart is searching for head of blockchain development? Yeah, I just mentioned it briefly. Ronan, Gecko Finance, big win. Dixon Fadel, Jagodik, numbers are a bit off. Convex is putting all into curve so that money is counted double. Okay, well, you seem to know a lot about Convex. And Jean-Luc, hello world. Hi Jean-Luc. Jake Breeding, is there a different metric for total value locked, staked, and total value migrated? For example, Polygon native token Matic is stake is TVL, but what about the value of other token on Polygon? A very good question. I don't know. Artem, hi Julian, I want to write Solidity smart contract. Could you recommend any literature tutorials on this topic? Check out my playlist on my channel. I have a playlist with many videos on Solidity, so check this out. Vladi88, you made this hack. We know. I think you're talking of the hack of the Poly network. No, I don't have time for that. Salvatore, hello master, network geek, bro. Julian, are you sure the hack was nothing to do with you? Jack Breeding, Julian struck me as a malicious black hat. Maybe it's just a master manipulator. Vladi, when you're gonna show us how to make generation of NFT DApp? I already did there are already a few videos on NFT. Yeah, check out on my channel already some NFT stuff. Jake Breeden pimps me to admit, but Brady is the best all time. Okay, well, you know what? I'm European, so you know American football is something I can never really understand. Like there is just a few minutes of a second of game, and then it stops. Like there is a full. And then you wait like 1 minute, and then like another 5 minutes, and another 5 seconds of game, and that's it. You know, I'm into soccer. You know, like in soccer, you have like maybe a good like 1 minute, 2 minute time where there is some game, then it stops. Yeah, it's difficult for European to get into American football. Batman, hello everyone. LDXA, hi. No. Jake Brady in US is more about politics than governance. I wonder if Satoshi could be what could be the next US president, the first anonymous ruler. Well, I think this is the direction the world is going. It's gonna take a lot of time, but I do think at some point we're gonna have some. The world is just gonna be a series of DAO. It's very CryptoPunk. Batman, smash that like button, everyone. Yes, listen to Batman. Amadeo Brands on DeFi, awesome work, man, as always. Thanks, Amadeo. A lot of respect for keeping up with all the news. Thanks. We'd love to hear your view on project bridging real world assets on chain. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any specific project in mind? Like, I know that so far I haven't talked much about Oracle. So I do want to talk more about Chainlink, for example, but if you have other suggestions, let me know. THX, at most lotteries, you would win money, but hearing about the NFT lottery was cool. Personally, I would prefer to win an NFT because if you win at the lottery, well, you just earn a fixed amount of money, but it's going to depreciate. Whereas with an NFT, if you keep it, you're probably going to win way more than the initial value. Grand Karpov, hi Julian, I'm trying to create a dApp that just needs to call one function on smart contract, but I'm struggling with connecting it to a smart contract. Okay, so I have a playlist on Web3, so check this out. Green Star, thanks for the awesome news and your training. You're welcome. Grand Karpov, any template I can use directly which connect with Metamask, Trust Wallet flawlessly. So Trust Wallet, I don't know, but on the GitHub of Eat the Blocks, you'll find a lot of tutorials for Web3. Mark, does Solidity work for Cardano? Good question. I don't think so, but maybe someone will write a transpiler where it transpiles Solidity to their language. I don't remember what's the name of their language, but yeah, it's not EVM compatible. Maybe there is a way to map Solidity to their language. I don't know. Tunde, hey Julian, do you have a tutorial on how to build a DAO? So this is in an old course called DApp 30. This is not in the catalog anymore, but if you're interested, you can send me an email. I can send you the link. So one of the app in DApp 30 is we build a DAO. Amadeo Brands, Chris Coffin, Centrifuge. Okay. Okay, thanks Amadeo. I'll check this out. Dixon, did anyone else get sub DAO token 2 days ago? No, I didn't. Amadeo, do you think Aragon is still the best platform to build a DAO, or would you recommend another platform? Very, very good question. I don't know enough about DAO to answer you, but all I know is that there was a lot of drama about Aragon a couple of months ago. They were like a part of the team that left. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Aragon. Tunde, hi Julian. Do you have a tutorial on how to? Okay, just same question. All right, guys. So I think we are running out of question. So thanks everybody for coming here tonight, and have a great week. And I will see you soon on Eat the Blocks. Bye, guys. Bye bye.